Your broadcast partner, Mike Breen, was saying earlier he's done a lot of playoff games. He's never seen a first half, a game dominated by a team like this. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, Mike and I have worked together like 30 years. We never saw a game. I was in a game like this once in Portland where we lost maybe by 50 points, but that was a regular season game.
When you're a player in a game like this, on the winning side or the losing side, what are you feeling? Say you're getting beat.
That was the pivotal game. So the Knicks have used their experience and their talent, and they've taken control of the series.
What has made the Knicks look just so dominant tonight?
Well, they've gotten better. They're starting going through Cat and not relying on Brunson so much. And OG has been magnificent. I mean, he's really taken over. And Bridges is also playing well tonight. But their defense has been riveting. The Hawks have not been able to get uncontested shots.
Yeah, and you touched on it. Their coaches actually say that it was in Game 4. The defensive adjustments that the Knicks made in Game 4 really kind of took the spirit away from this Hawks team. Just what did you see?
They're lacking leadership. You know, the first 3 games, it was CJ. He was stepping up. And then after that, CJ hasn't been on target, you know, so they've been struggling with finding leadership. And what has happened with the Knicks, Brunson has stepped up, Cat has stepped up, OG has stepped up, so they've got all these players playing well now.
If you were part of this team, what would you say to this Hawks team when you see them in the locker room?
Where the Hawks are this year, lacking that experience. So next year we can match up well with them. The Knicks have to deny them in transition. And right now, the way they're playing, I think they can do it. Whereas Embiid always gives us trouble. And obviously the guards that the Sixers have.
Way back in 1973.
Did you call that series, Mike?
I was just a young lad.
25.
Kangwu cannot get it to go. Tyler Kolek, Jeremy Sohan, Ariel Hukporti, and Mo Diawara in the game. Kispert, Johnson, Okongwu, McCollum, and Kuminga. So it's interesting in this situation for Quinn Snyder, and there's a lot of reasons why coaches do things. Kuminga gets inside. The Knicks have emptied their bench. Ends in the worst possible way. But it really was a terrific season for these Hawks.
It was, and they do deserve an ovation. The way they rallied the second half of the season, the defense, picking up Kuminga, making major trades. Trae Young had been the face of this franchise since he was drafted. So for them to make the changes that they did, to perform the way they did at the end of the season, these guys do deserve an applause.
Yeah, RJ, what you said is important. They didn't just change personnel, they changed the face of their franchise and their entire identity since Trae Young came to Atlanta. That's a lot to process. All
players, and most of them under contract.
And I feel like, look, I think C.J. McCollum, I won't say he raised his value. I think he was just put on a main stage and did what C.J. normally does in these moments. He is definitely a person that the Atlanta Hawks should prioritize, in my opinion, on bringing back. The veteran leadership, the passing, just a calming presence.
Shamet, Diawara. That one in and out. Keaton Wallace, the older brother of Cason Wallace. Kispert connects on the three-pointer. So now one at a time, Quinn Snyder taking out his starters. Mike Brown has done that already. Still 8.5 minutes to go. Sohan, nice move. Sohan, Knicks picked up after the Spurs let him go. Mike Brown has loved his defensive prowess. Could get some spot duty, not in the rotation now. Diawara is the interesting player for this team. The rookie from France. Shamet knocks it down.
That's a connection right there. Diawara to Shamet. Both guys that played very well for the Knicks this year. And Shamet, guy that had such an outstanding season, and then an injury changed things up for him at the end of the year, and the return of Miles McBride.
Risacher puts that one in. And Risacher still a project for them. The #1 overall pick in 2024, has not played a lot in this series, but he just turned 21 years old this month. Had a solid rookie season. Not played as much this season as Hukporti gets it inside. And a 3-second violation call on Hukporti. Wallace picks it up. Pacome Dadier's come on for the first time, so extended minutes for the bench in a blowout game. So now the question for the Knicks, who will they play in the second round? Philadelphia and Boston playing right now in a game 6. Dadier, another Frenchman, smooth looking jumper right there. Well, this, as we said earlier in the first half, this series a perfect example on how you can never overreact.
It was great.
It was a good time. They had, of course, as you know,
Just working with Ernie. Ernie's an absolute legend. Me and Kenny got into an argument about North Carolina trying to steal our Arizona coach. So that was the fun part that I had with Kenny.
Diawara, Shamet, Kolek, Sohan, and Dadier in there right now. Wallace guarding Shamet. Risacher had it poked away. So what have you guys have seen from Risacher? Obviously, didn't play as much this year. We talked
as a shooter at the time playing off of Trae Young. They've gone in a different direction now, but he's got to really tighten up his handle, and he's got to get a lot stronger. But he's just 21. But I think his confidence waned as the season wore on, and they went in a different direction as we got closer to the playoffs.
And it also it can help development mentally. But when you bring in C.J. McCollum, when you bring in Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who had the year he had, all of a sudden you're trying to win.
Kispert on the drive, Kolek guarding him. Tony Bradley lost out of bounds to go the other way. So of all the impressive things that went on for the Knicks tonight, what sticks out for you?
I think for me, it was the intensity defensively that they started this game with. I mean, the shot making was incredible, but for me, none of that is possible if they're taking the ball out of the net. They were able to get stop after stop. And really, I just really took the heart and soul away from the Atlanta Hawks with their inability to get open.
The Knicks defense set the tone.
Pressure him, he gets to that hard right-hand drive. So the way that,
including tonight, you know, not as many quick early threes. They understood they had a physical advantage in this series against Atlanta, and they took advantage of it.
Wallace brothers both can get after it defensively. Basin kind of became a rotation player right away. Keaton has had to work hard. He got his contract moved to a standard contract this year after being a two-way deal. On the drive is Diawara. McCourty can't get it, but did get hit. So free throws made the conference finals. High expectations. As Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq discuss this one, we'll discuss the second game. And moving forward, final few days of the first round. The playoffs so far, between the play-in and then the opening round series, there's been a lot of surprises. Nice shot there from Wallace.
Well, the Knicks coming into the year had championship aspirations. You know, it looked like the top of the Eastern Conference was there for them. There was a path. And if you want to put something on tape to make your case that you're a championship team, we just watched it of how well they played in this game. You know, a real statement on
this is what they're going to need moving forward. Again, for Atlanta, you're looking forward to next season and building on it. For the Knicks, you're going to take this into another series where, to me, you want this momentum. Guys playing well. Mikal Bridges, his confidence looks back to his normal self, being aggressive. The way they're playing with Karl Anthony Towns and threw him on the elbow. The amount of assists that he's garnered.
The frequent cry after that conference finals appearance last year against Indiana. As
a ton of playoff experience amongst their veteran group. So it's going to be certainly a different type of challenge than taking on, you know, a younger Hawks team without going through this before.
As we're now under 3 minutes remaining. We're anticipating what was going to be a fun, thrilling game. Turned out this is the most points the Knicks have ever scored in a playoff game. They're shooting 60%. But as we said, they whistle away from the ball. Nope, going to be